Thank you.
Okay,
Over
well,
to
good
you, Marissa.
morning. Good morning. My name is Marissa McKinnon. I am the membership manager at CITT. So I will be your main contact if you have any questions regarding your membership. And this session today is really just so you can have an idea of where to find all the information you need, how to get involved, any events you want to join, and also the community platform that you do have access to as well. So I have a few tabs open, but I wanted to start off with the actual CITT website. So this what I would say is your main source. You can there's the account login up here and also access community. I'd say these two are probably the most important on top of the events calendar. I know as students and anyone in any level, events and networking is such a great way to get involved. So my recommendation is always keep an eye on this webinar and events calendar. So this will be a mix of in-person events. This will be our online monthly webinars, little bit of a mix of everything. So I apologize if I'm jumping around a lot, but so we have our local area councils. So coast to coast, we have our Vancouver Area Council, Alberta Area Council, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Toronto, and Quebec Area Council. So they host events, I would say pretty much monthly. So, for example, our Toronto Area Council is just hosting a networking night next week on Wednesday. I'd say they usually do their events pretty central, like mostly Mississauga. I think their golf tournament is in Milton, so kind of right around that area. But if you can't attend some of the live networking events, I definitely would say register for our webinars. So these are monthly webinars that are on very hot topics within the industry and just a really great way to stay current and um, all of the upcoming trends that you're going to see within supply chain logistics. So those would be the two big things that I would keep an eye out for on these calendars would be the webinars and any networking events that you might find relevant. Um, we keep this very up to date. We're always adding new events on here, typically throughout the year. So keep an eye out for that. And then if you click on this account login page, this will take you directly to your CITT profile. So this is where you can actually register for events. So if you click on this events button, you will see the drop down of all of the events, where they're located, whether it be online or in person, of all of the events happening that we have registration for, open for throughout the year. Um, Here's some of your member benefits and resources. So even if you've missed a webinar, you can always do any of our on-demand webinars, and I'll show you how to access those in just a second. We update our job postings every week, our job board. If you're interested, keep an eye on that as well. And then if you've ever paid for an event, I would just keep an eye out for your receipts. You can see all of your CITT activity all in here. I'd say pretty straightforward, at least for this on this website and what you might be using. And then if you go to Access Community, so this is the community platform. So you'll need to log in and then you can join all of these different communities. So for example, we post our upcoming webinars on here. People will have discussions. Let me just get to that. So people might post a question that they might have, and people will respond. Anyone within our community will be able to respond to those directly, whether that's advice, whether that's a specific question within the industry. It's a really great way to connect with professionals across the country. And then you can also go to join your suggested community. So if you wanted to join, let me see, for example, we have different affinity groups. So we have a young professionals network. So that might be a really great one for you to join and get involved, start some discussions. We have a Women in Logistics network, and we also have a Newcomers to Canada network. And they're hosting events all the time. We actually I just moderated a panel with the Young Professionals Committee on Monday. They hosted a webinar of just their experience within the industry, getting involved, tips and tricks. So really great way to um, get involved and even just join some of those webinars that might be of interest to you as well. So joining these communities, for example, let's say Young Professionals Network, you can join and start some discussions in there. Oops. We also have blogs if you're interested in reading any. Of course, this is not going to show much, but we post different things. Usually that's I'm going to say on the CITT website we might have those. And then we also have our webinar archive. So if you've missed a webinar or are interested in looking at any of the ones that we've previously done, I would say go on to the community platform, click the webinar drop down and then webinar archive, and you'll be able to see all of these different, and they're just short 1 hour sessions on all of these industry topics. So I know tariffs has been a big one, and just so many different types. There's also career development and job searches, the industry trends and logistics, and then other topics as well. So tons and tons and tons, excuse me, of information, and just you can watch them whenever you want to, 1 hour sessions. So really great way to just get kind of quick snippets of information that you can just watch at any point. We also have our exclusive job board. So these are going to be jobs posted around the country. So if you're interested, this is a great way to see some of the, and you'll see this says endorsed logistics employer. So this is actually a company who works really closely with CITT, and we endorse them as employers. So really great companies to get involved with as well. So if you are looking for a position, I highly recommend looking at the job board. Does anyone have any questions? I would say those are the most important things to keep an eye out for, but open to any questions you might have about navigating.
Mom, we just joined late. Can you share the recording of what you discussed before?
Yes, that will be shared.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
And
Are
as
there
of now, you
any,
should, oh,
sorry, go ahead.
as of now, you should have all received your digital membership cards as well. So you can post those on your LinkedIn to say that you are a member of CITT. We notice a lot of people who like to do that.
Okay, great.
And Marissa, in order for to access everything, like even the community before, you have to log into the main website for the CITT, right? And that's citt.ca.
Correct.
Okay.
And it'll be the same login for the community platform as it would be for um, this, like your member portal.
Okay. What I will do is as soon as the recording is ready, I'll forward it to Annette, and then she'll forward it to the students so that they can access it. And from the time when they start using it, maybe we'll collect some questions if they have any specific in any specific area, and they might need some additional help, and then I will forward it to you with the list of all those questions in one go.
Okay, perfect. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm always available. Just send me an email and I will answer any questions.
All right, are there any questions, students? If you have any right now, you can ask, but you always have a chance to go through the video and then review the area that you're looking more information, and then we can have those answered later as well. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording for now. So